Thanks for tuning in to WNEM-TV5 News at 10 on MY5 and streaming online at WNEM.com. I'm David Custer.
And I'm Carrie Sharpen from Meg McLeod tonight. We begin with a controversial law right here at home, one that allows police to seize your property even if you're just suspected of breaking the law. But a new group is joining forces to change that law. TV5's Gino Vici joins us live now from the Continuous News Center with more. Gino.
Well, that's right. However, in a rare bipartisan effort, that law may soon change. In Michigan, as you mentioned, property can be seized even if that person whose property has been seized is never charged or convicted of a crime. It's a law known as the Civil Asset Forfeiture Law, but a new bill would raise the standard in which police can confiscate assets, and it would also require more detailed reports from law enforcement agencies about what items they seized. Here locally, Saginaw County Sheriff Bill Fetterspiel says it wouldn't change the way his department seizes property.
Well, I know for a fact that we've never done that, so I don't know how other agencies operate, but I can tell you this, that the Saginaw County Sheriff's Office, we've never ever seized property without filing criminal charges. We've always done that. We've never taken someone's property and not charged them.
Back here live, that of course cannot be said about all law enforcement agencies. Tonight at 11, we're going to talk to a man who says his property was seized and he was never charged. Live in the newsroom, Gino Vici, WNEM-TV5 News at 10 on MY5.
All right, Gino, thank you for that report.
Looking live outside over Saginaw, the rain stayed away for most of us today, but could it be returning this weekend? Here's Chief Meteorologist Brian Bachman with a look at that for us. Hey, Brian.
Hi there, Carrie. That's something we're all going to be crossing our fingers on this weekend. Of course, among a myriad of other great activities, we of course have Bay City River Roar kicking off tomorrow. So those showers of today, will they make an appearance this weekend? Well, we'll say a yes and a no preemptively here, and we'll talk more about it a little bit later in more detail. But let's get you updated on where things stand tonight. Here's a look at your First Warn 5 Sky Tracker. And you can see around the region, most of those showers have essentially all but completely fizzled out. A couple of little areas of drizzle hanging around across the northern extent of 75. Looks like just right around the Houghton Lake area right now, but those continuing to dissipate. And as are really most of the showers that we saw just a few hours ago. You saw they were going pretty well for a while there, but now that we've lost the daytime heating and coupled with the fact that high pressure is building in, we're getting at least a little bit more stability in the air mass. So our overnight hours set to be pretty peaceful, comfortable, low humidity, and we're going to actually see the winds pick up a little bit too, so you can get away with probably keeping the windows open tonight. Won't feel quite as sticky. 71 degrees right now in Bay City. Not sure why we're reporting sunshine, but it is a mainly clear sky. 66 in Saginaw right now, so a little bit of temperature variation from location to location. 71 for Midland and 70 degrees in Flint, so definitely staying nice and mild and summer-like out there on this Thursday evening. And if maybe you're hitting the water tomorrow, maybe you have to sneak around some of those boats getting ready at River Roar, of course. But if you're heading out onto the bay, regardless, looking to be pretty good. Just a bit cooler, temps in the 60s, but more importantly, no threat of rain. And even the water temperatures, at least in the bay anyway, they're starting to come up. They've finally broken the low 70s. We'll let you know what the rest of the weekend is going to have in store for you coming up in just a little bit.
Brian, thank you. A traffic alert. MDOT is completing bridge work over US 10 in Bay County tonight. Crews are setting bridge beams on the 9-mile road bridge over westbound US 10 until 6 a.m. tomorrow. The work will detour westbound US 10 traffic to Mackinac Road and then to Garfield Road. And on eastbound US 10, there will be single lane closures that will be in effect throughout the night.
Some local college graduates returned to their hometown today to share their stories of success.
It was all part of a panel discussion aimed at motivating teens and empowering them to chase after their own dreams. TV5's Andrew Keller joins us live from Flint with more. Drew.
Well, you've probably heard the saying before, never forget where you're from. Now, four young professionals tonight prove that they never will. Miami Dolphins football lineman Deontay Savage spoke to the kids sitting in the same seat he says he sat in not too long ago. He, along with businesswoman Jordan Mickens, radio host Tierra Santoya, and shoe representative David Gibson, who are all from the city and stress that with hard work and keeping out of trouble, success is possible. Now, they all told me that it's important to give back and reach out to Flint's next generation.
To be able to come back and talk to kids that's from an area that I'm from, it's a really big deal because you don't see that a lot. You don't see the generation right after, right before theirs come back and speak a lot. So that was a big deal for me, and I thought it was a very good thing to do.
Now, another big point made tonight to see is to believe. That was something that the organizers said they wanted the young kids to witness, and now some of the young kids said that they left tonight feeling very inspired, hearing from some of those in the generation just above them. For now, live and local in Flint, Andrew Keller, WNEM-TV5 News at 10 on MY5.
That is great. Thank you, Drew. Now to some tragic news out of Detroit. 2 children are dead after a driver hit them while trying to evade police. It happened on the city's east side last night. Police say officers spotted a person with a handgun inside a Camaro. That's when the driver took off, reaching speeds of up to 80 miles per hour.
They believed it was an accident. Once they responded to that location, they saw the 2 children laying in the street. They immediately began to render aid.
The children killed were siblings, a 7-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl. 3 other kids and an adult were also hit. 2 suspects are now in police custody.
Police have captured a man they believe killed a woman in northern Michigan, then fled south. This video was taken of the arrest down in Macomb County. Police say the man right there in handcuffs, Francisco Arroyo, shot and killed a woman at a home in Roscommon County. Police say another man was shot. He is in stable condition. Investigators had reason to believe he would flee to Lapeer County, but around 3 p.m. police actually found Arroyo hiding inside a home in Macomb. As you saw, police arrested him without incident. The family of Derek Nash has set funeral arrangements for the former local football star. After spending years battling leukemia, Nash died on Monday. Nash was a football star at Carleton High School, and CMU offered him a full-ride scholarship. Doctors diagnosed Nash with leukemia during his senior year of high school. Visitation will be held Tuesday and Wednesday at Paradise Funeral Chapel in Saginaw. A celebration of life will follow on Thursday at Victorious Believers Ministries, also in Saginaw. Derek Nash was just 20 years old. Well, now we turn to the search for local fugitives in our weekly segment, Crime Watch 5.
Tonight, we're showing you some of Mid-Michigan's most wanted and highlighting unsolved cases to help police bring fugitives to justice. And we begin tonight with the 2013 murder of Ronald Brackett. Today is the 2-year anniversary of Brackett's death. He was shot outside a home on Flint's north side. The home is on Baldwin Boulevard between Mott and Ridgeway Avenues. Brackett, just 16 years old, and was a student at Northwestern High School. Police have identified persons of interest in the case, but they still need some more information.
Investigators are trying to figure out who was behind an armed robbery and assault at an AutoZone store back in April. Surveillance cameras show a man in dark clothing approach employees at the store off Dort Highway near Atherton Road on April 4th. The man pulls out a handgun and then assaults one employee with it. Now, police sent us this close-up of the man's shoes. After emptying the registered drawers and the safe, he took off on foot with about $400 in cash.
And finally, police are investigating the mysterious disappearance of Henry Baltimore Jr. Back in 1973, Baltimore was assaulted and robbed at gunpoint in East Lansing. He was a drum major at Michigan State at the time. Police say the person who attacked him was from Flint. Baltimore reported that his life was in danger if he testified against his attacker, and then he went missing just 2 days before the court proceedings. Cash rewards are being offered in all of these cases for information that leads to an arrest, and you can make an anonymous tip by calling 1-800-SPEAK-UP. Again, that number, 1-800-SPEAK-UP.
Well, a sheriff's deputy's simple gesture meant the world to a little girl.
She was trying to raise money by selling lemonade, and after meeting this deputy, she has everything that she needs.
A family is stunned yet thankful after a huge object crashes through their home. We'll take a look at the mysterious item causing all kinds of damage.
And a huge win for the White House today, reaction from the Supreme Court's landmark decision on the Affordable Care Act.
And we now have more than 143,000 people following us on Facebook, and we want to say hello and thank you tonight to Nora Seabright for posting on our wall. You can always join the conversation too. Just click the like button at the top of our Facebook page.